My camera's about to die, but I had this idea like 2 seconds ago to do this video because I feel like I've been getting a lot of questions about it, which is that there's 6 planets going retrograde by the end of August, early September. And people seem to think that retrograde equals bad. And then they accuse me also of fear-mongering around saying that things are retrograde, which I never say that they're bad, but just saying that they're retrograde, people are like fear-mongering. So I want to set the record straight before my camera dies while I wait for my laundry about what to expect with, yes, 6 planets retrograde by the beginning of September, basically. They're not all going to be retrograde at the same time, but there's going to be like 1 to 2 day delay between all 6. Basically, there might as well be, because when a planet goes from direct to retrograde or retrograde to direct, it stations. It stands still basically on our zodiac, pseudo kind of like calculation of, it's not a pseudo calculation, it's not a pseudoscience either, it's a completely different thing, but that's for another topic or another video. I have videos on like, is astrology a pseudoscience? No, because it's not a science, like all this bullshit that people like conflate, whatever. I don't have time for it right now. But before a planet goes retrograde or direct, when it changes directions in the way that we're looking at it, it's at a standstill. So maybe the planet isn't technically retrograde or technically direct, but it might as well fucking be because it's not moving, so it's whatever. There's 6 planets retrograde by the beginning of September, basically, is what I'm saying. My arms look good. I've been working out arms as fuck lately. Not really intentionally, but like it just kind of happened and like, okay, whatever. Retrograde planets. I have videos on what retrograde planets mean, but let's run through it. When a planet is direct, it means what it means. Mercury means communication. Venus means love and harmony. Mars means getting shit done. When a planet is retrograde, it means reversing, rethinking, or reconsidering what that planet means in our life. Mercury retrograde, gotta redo communication. Take a step back from travel. Slow down with your thoughts. Venus retrograde, do you want to get back together with an ex? What kind of style do you really feel like shows you off? What are your values in life? Mars retrograde, how are you really going to resolve that? Is that the best way to get shit done? Is that the best use of your effort? So retrogrades are not bad, but they're annoying because, I mean, at least for me, I don't like slowing down. I don't like looking back. I don't think about the past, like the future only. Like the past doesn't even fucking technically exist. But with retrogrades, it does give us a time to reevaluate and take stock and inventory of what we've done so far. Because as someone like me who's go, 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 often we can lose sight of what can be improved or what went well. I very rarely reflect on what went well or went poorly. I'm just focused on the next thing. So I don't want to say slowing down is helpful because I don't think it's the act of slowing down, because I think slowing down is actually not helpful. I think it's something that is a byproduct of having to reanalyze things, so it's necessary, but it's not in and of itself useful. So this whole like rest, slow down, bitch, if you need that, go take it, but like I'm gonna keep hustling. Like I actually enjoy the hustle culture, so like you be or like whatever. So I know it's gonna offend people, I know, whatever. Retrogrades are times of usually slowing down because we need to reevaluate. That reevaluation can be very useful. It also is not preferable. So it doesn't mean bad, it doesn't always mean challenging. For example, a retrograde can be making very positive aspects and be a positive aspected retrograde. This one with Venus retrograde in Leo right now is like neutral. I mean, it is squaring Jupiter, but it's also like squaring Uranus, so I'd say it's neutral to like kind of funny, entertaining. The Mercury retrograde happening in Virgo at the end of August into September is more challenging. It'll be opposite Saturn. It'll be trine Jupiter, but like that opposition to Saturn's annoying. It just shows blockages. So retrograde planets, first and foremost, show slowing down, reversals, or inversions of what that planet means. This rarely, honestly, is going to result in shocking chaos, just horrid. It's rarely going to be horrible. It's going to be annoying because it's putting you back in contact with things that you thought you finished up. I will say though that this Venus retrograde squaring Uranus over and over again is chaotic because Uranus is the planet of chaos. So one exception to the chaos is that Venus retrograde, it's chaotic. But like I said, it's not necessarily bad. So, pick and choose what you want to exhibit with that. So with so many planets retrograde, it's going to be a huge internal reevaluation time. There was so much go, go, go. There was so much forward movement for so much of this year, so many things changing. It's now like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me take a step back. Let me reconsider. Let me look at what has happened. I already kind of gave you the rundown of Mercury and Venus retrograde. Saturn is already retrograde, showing a reconsideration of boundaries in the Pisces house in our chart. Oh my god, I just broke my table. Oh my god, I hot glued this months ago and now it's broken again. Fuck. Ugh. Okay, it's not fallen yet, but I just broke it with my fucking flip-flop, which These are kids, by the way. These are kids Dolce & Gabbana flip-flops that I've had for like 3 years because I felt, I don't want to say insecure, but like I don't own designer shit. I don't give a fuck. I wasn't raised really with like a mother that was present, so like I didn't learn girly things. I didn't know what a dryer filter was until like a week ago when my landlord was like, you're about to start a fire in this bitch by not cleaning the dryer filter. But basically I bought these sandals because I didn't have anything nice at like beach clubs with rich people, so I like got these sandals, which were kids because they were half off. So they're still like one of the most expensive shoes I own, just my DG slides. Anyway, that's a little bit about me. Besides that, I'd shop at like Hot Topic and Dolls Kill, and this was thrifted. My friend sent it to me. So if you ever ask me anything about like what designers or jewelry, bitch, I don't know. Like I just wear emo shit. Saturn retrograde is a reevaluation of boundaries in the Saturn house or the Pisces house in your chart, because Saturn represents boundaries. Saturn retrograde is like, whoa, rethink what you're holding yourself up to do here. Rethink your boundaries, rethink your structure, rethink what you should or shouldn't allow. It doesn't really mean being more lax with boundaries. It means just rethinking them. It might be more lax for you depending on the way it's making aspects. It might be that you have firmer boundaries because you're scared about what's happening in that area of your life. Uranus is retrograde, showing rethinking the chaos in the Taurus house in our chart. We're like, whoa, let me rethink what's going on here. The chaos is backwards moving. It's like, whoa, this thing from the past is blowing up. This thing from the past is imploding in my life. Neptune retrograde doesn't mean a whole lot. As we get further out, they mean less in a personal way. Reevaluating spirituality, reevaluating dreams, whatever. Pluto retrograde is reevaluating the transformation, reevaluating what we're changing heavily, reevaluating our catharsis. But I'll be honest, once you get past, oh, and Jupiter's also retrograde, I forgot Jupiter. Jupiter retrograde is rethinking the abundance or taking inventory of the abundance. We're like, oh my God, I got all this, I came this far, what does it even mean? What the fuck does it mean? Does it mean anything? Let me like rethink what I made and all the things that have come my way so I better prepare to get more in the future. So all these things retrograde, once you get past Saturn, like Saturn retrograde is meaningful in a personal way in that part of your chart. Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto are retrograde so often that I'll say it, they mean next to nothing when they're direct versus retrograde. They are retrograde so often. Pluto is retrograde half the year. It does not mean that much for them to be direct or retrograde for the collective or in your chart. It just doesn't mean that much. Half the world is going to have it. They already are so nebulous, woo-woo with their meanings that it doesn't mean a whole lot. And someone's going to be like, no, it's so deep, it's so meaningful, no, it's fucking, I'll die on that hill, honestly. But then again, I've said that about things that change, but this is no. Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto are so far away from us and transcendental, they are meaningful with what they mean for. I'm not saying that the planets don't mean anything. I'm saying that retrograde versus direct means very little in the scope of what they encompass, which are energetic themes, which don't really mean that much if they're backwards, forwards, whichever way. Pluto represents transformation, and some of that deals with the past and the future. It doesn't mean a whole fucking lot if you have Pluto retrograde. Like, I think was I born? I don't feel like checking right now. Basically, these times are going to be very karmic, and I'm going to specify that because people throw that word around. They're like, it's a karmic relationship. Bitch, what the fuck does that mean? Karma is just the reaction to our actions. Karma is that which will come as a result of what you did. It's not good or bad. Karma is not good versus bad. It is so neutral and it's complicated, and we as humans think in terms of cause and effect, but I wrote about this in college a lot with philosophy. I do believe that cause and effect is an illusion, and it's all a correlated system of interconnectedness and determinism. There's no actual cause and effect. It's all related. It's all a fucking cycle. So retrograde planets are karmic in the way that I think they are demonstrating what the fruits of our actions truly are. They're not karmic in this way of meaningful, which I think is what people mean when they say karmic relationship this or that. Do you just mean meaningful? Do you just mean that you're lying that this person's your twin flame or soulmate, whatever the fuck that means? Because 99% of the time when someone says karmic, they just mean dreamlike. They do not mean actual karmic. All karmic means is the fruits of your actions playing out based on what you've already done. That can be good, bad, neutral, or irrelevant. But retrogrades I find to be literally karmic by the definition of karma, because retrogrades are showing you full circle things that you've already begun that you may not be realizing are paying their dues in your life. Whether that means you're getting credit for something that you didn't really that you didn't give yourself credit for. You accomplished something and you didn't get credit for it. A retrograde might show that credit's coming back. Or it might show that you're fucking getting your ass whooped because you didn't tie up loose ends in that relationship and now they're out to get you and like sabotage you or whatever. It depends on your chart. It could be really neutral. It could also be that you had a project that you did a lot of effort on and you forgot about it, and now the karma of that retrograde is to put it back in your eyes. And you could argue, yes, as I do, that the entire chart is your karma. It is literally that which you are playing out based on actions. But I would say that retrogrades are viscerally karmic because they get you to experience literally what is coming for you, reaping what you sow based on past actions that are very in your foresight. They're in your mind. The chart itself is karmic because it's literally what you were playing out based on past actions, you could say, not in a good or a bad way, just in an action reaction like chain kind of way. But I think retrogrades are viscerally karmic, and karmic in our awareness because they show us based on past actions what we are still playing out. So with this 6 planets retrograde, do expect past to come back for you. Expect things that were not even, you thought were done to be like, bitch, we're not done yet. Expect slowing down, not because it's good, but because you're probably gonna be like, whoa, let me take a minute. I'm gonna try to power through, I'm gonna try to do the things, but with a grain of salt of knowing that a lot of the things that come to you during this time will be related to the past, will be having to do with past situations, and you're gonna be quite nostalgic probably, and have things that have delays, have hiccups, so keep a sense of humor, because it's gonna be a funny few weeks here in August and September with 6 planets retrograde total. As we head into the middle of September, it'll ease up. By November, the majority are no longer retrograde, if at all. I think there'll be a couple, but nothing major. So let me know how you're feeling with all these planets retrograde. I would say what signs are most impacted, but bitch, it's fucking every planet nearly. It's the collective. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Do not be scared. I hope that my brutal honesty scared people less than, I don't know, the woo-woo shit, which is weird, whatever. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. My camera's about to die. Perfect timing. See you in the next one.